Have I come? Have I come back? I can hear myself. All right, good. After all, I know how much you enjoy setting the time correct. Pretend I read the first parts and I wasn't muted. Okay, now I'm serious. How accurate 717 is? Let's use another slider to find out. Well, now it's inaccurate because it says 718 on my clock. You know, I can just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. I feel like I'm learning more about you and how you like things to be set. It's good to collect data. I wish I had more sliders. Well, we've gone through all the sliders I have. Perhaps I can invent some new sliders to gather new data on you. Shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, let me whip a nene. Should be ready the next time you boot up the game. Nice. Settings. I'm gonna change some of the effects because I turned some of these down the other day. They were a little loud. That should be good. If it's not, say otherwise. But I just don't want to be too loud. Oh. Oh, I see. Oh. Fully black. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Um, no. I have no idea what I've done with this. What is happening? Oh, there we go. I'll turn on show reticle. Oh. 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 Play of the game. Oh, Windows? That's cool. I'll do Joe's. Oh, that's you. Oh. Oh, it just keeps going. I don't know about that one. That's it. That'll give me the most oh. That's the most accurate one at that scale. Oh, that should still be on. Show translation labels. All right. Color labels. Reduce motion. Low dexterity. No auto walk. I'm not gonna do those. All right. It's always fun to mess around with settings. My clock is not wrong. Just by the way, I just saw that my mic is off, but my clock is not wrong. I mean, I guess it was because it was
This is the
inaccurate.
story of a
Oh.
man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
All right. Finally, now I know where I'm clicking.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Plug it in. Set live chat. There we go. We are good. Oh, oh.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what I've done.
Hello, and thank you for playing The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, The Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success,
No
it
way.
was expanded upon in 2022 with The
Yo, I
Stanley
love that
Parable
place.
Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable,
More.
delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Which way are we going?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I like this new cursor. It really helps.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if the... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I love when he cuts up. Oh my goodness, what is this?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
press any button. I'm pressing. Um, I'm pressing all these buttons. That just pauses the game. I guess it's broken.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what
Winky
passes for
face.
exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30
Winky.
trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more.
Oh.
Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Oh. That doesn't look right. That's okay. I'll forgive you. Oh my goodness. Thank you for
That's it?
enjoying the new
Oh,
content.
you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies.
Look at that.
And it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
No! I was gonna try to hide. Sip some water. What the heck? I'm a little scared to go outside now. Dang it. This is what I was supposed to look out and see. Some kind of a joke? Oh, wait. What the fuck?
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Sunset. I like who I just hate my boss.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
What the fuck? I'm fine. Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
never mind. You're not a dork.
What I thought. Ooh. You know what? I'm glad I came over here. It's a good wrench. Coffee nut. Oh, you trying to kill me over here? I guess so. Time to start a new game. I died. Oh, I'm not dead. I survived.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look.
The heck?
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
My goodness. The memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The greatest wealth is in memory. Whoa! That's that picture that is on the wall. That's not the time. They're so bad at the times. Indoors monthly. Shapes! Jaffs. National Graphics. Cargo. Whoa, whoa. Wow. Collector's Edition. First Edition. Gigantic Cafe. Galactic Cafe, sorry. First! That's me. That's my job. That's crazy. Why is it blurred out on the top? What is that? Why is that? Anyway, that's what I was supposed to go to. Whoa, that's a clock. The Stanley Parable 2013. Memory zone temp. I don't know what that says. I think it says remember? I remember. Audience award. Nice. I don't know what that says. There's too many letters on there. Good times. Original. Download the demo. The original remake. Abraham Lincoln. A trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. Whoa, that's a picture. Alpha test. Phones, boxes. Unachievable. It's impossible. Don't play for 5 years. That has words on it. Oh, wait. Beta? Work in progress? Nice. Yo! That's my favorite chair. New game releasing today. Create support. Rutgers. 50% off designer hat, but a small creature owns the other half. Nice. This was $2.50. That man, inflation's crazy. I can't believe it was that expensive back then. Tough choices. See, this one's free. Oh wait, nope. Sorry, $1.50. Hey, that's Margaret or something. Whoa, whatever little Stanley is. Seeing if I can climb on things. Someone keeps sitting down way too hard in this spot. What the fuck?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
It's been an hour already? More pickers. That's just Portal. That's just Minecraft. What the fuck? Oh, nostalgic. Yo, those are the doors. Can I want to pick that one. Let me pick that one. Top 10 memories. Person of the year, Blurry Face. My name's Blurry Face, and I don't know the words to the song. For Scott. No way. I think someone left their cursor on the screen. Oh god. I've been trapped in here. Literally anything. Yo, what is that? Tape? I want the tape. Those balls? I want them balls. Yo, look at that one. I think that's a manhole cover. That's crazy. Collector's edition comes with a lot of stuff. My number's 19.
Here's another moving passage,
Hey.
this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
I have no idea what that says. Kristen likes to venture off the beaten path in life as well as in games, but unfortunately, the narrator in her head isn't nearly as witty as the one in Stanley Parable. Oh, good one, Caitlin. Or Carolyn? Carolyn. How do I get out of here? Oh, the door's open again.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again.
Serious room. Let me in. I want to look at the serious room. Oh, there was stairs. Knowing your city.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
I guess I sold out.
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Caution. Hi. Uh-oh. Wait, that one's a thumbs up.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining.
The beige papers.
Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
That's a new mug on the thing. It says "World's Best Coworker." I haven't seen that one yet. Just wanted to mention, but this guy really does go on. I understand the reviews now, I guess. What? Oh. Don't look at those. Am I going the right way? Is there a wrong way? I'd like to go that way.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Oh.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley.
Oh my God.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the
Oh,
Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you. Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling
oh,
on a bit, didn't you? But that's
wow.
the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works. Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is who runs pressurized gas will instantly run out and implement it. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is
Oh my
becoming
God.
longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
Oh,
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really,
oh,
truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's
yeah,
completely gone.
yeah.
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would... Oh, Stanley. You're
Oh,
back.
oh my God.
Back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again.
A tree.
Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything. is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next...
Oh,
Oh, hello. It's you. You're
hi.
here again. Welcome. I
Hi.
have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been
Glad there's
through.
a smoke
I've had
detector in
so
here.
much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment, both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then this moment passed, and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well. Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
Oh? Do I skip? There's nothing to skip. He stopped talking. Anything happen? He's gonna leave you here or there? Oh, I wasn't listening to him. There's a fire.
But they didn't understand the game was
Oh,
never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
well, this place is leaky. Drippy, drippy, drippy. Oh. Oh my goodness, it has fluted. The tree. Oh, there he is. Poor little guy. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to parkour. Or not. Oh! Who's playing music? Yo, look at them berries. Damn, them berries looking tasty. Door's still gone. All the berries have been eaten. Tree's still here. The cock is covered. Want to say that again? Oh, alright, gotcha. Oh, I thought I was drunk. It's bright as hell out here. Let me parkour. Oh, come on, let me parkour. No. Whoa. That's wild. It won't let me climb it. Uh-oh. Sippy. What? Oh, I guess that was one of the endings.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, I did this the other day by accident. I was just clicking around, but...
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
50? It's a good thing I have easy mode buttons on. I gotta smash them all.
No. I'm still not feeling it. I want
What do you
this
mean?
trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost.
Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
4, 3, set. 4, 3, set. Oh,
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
10 clicks or set. What the? New content. All right.
Now, back to door number 437.
Let's go.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
The copy machine. Somebody has their pen in their coffee. Is this it?
All right, back
Oh,
to
it
room
is.
417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now go climb on employee 419's deck. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 417.
You said 417? 416. I think that was this one.
Oh, good. You notice my son.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again! Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430. Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing.
I got the achievement.
Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today.
Oh. Nice. Fish. Now we'll do the new. Is there like a different door? Are we just doing the same thing again? I guess so. Oh, it didn't take me through the... Okay.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Oh?
Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
What? Oh! Whoa!
Yes, you see? Isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover.
That's a little
with
house.
Fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
I can't get on the couch now. What? I can't get on the couch. Well. 2. Nice. Welcome, Investor Showcase. Testing 2 printers at the same time. Wow. That's crazy. Whoa, they even added a, I think that's an ashtray? A crown?
Calling it the
Uh-oh.
Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
2. Taste the sequel. Still doesn't work. Or maybe I don't have money. I don't know. Do you need money for those? Photos off paintingk.tg. I don't know what that means. Just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try. Just the 2 of us. Just the 2 of us. Building castles in the sky. Just the 2 of us. You and I. What the fuck? Oh. Whoa, another new one. Time to wake up. Can I get on these couches? I'd like to get on these couches, please. Never underestimate coffee enjoyers who sip who 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 like their cup be a leather sofa. It's just blurry room. Ha 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 ha, right? Let me on that fucking table. Let me up. I know you can. I saw the bip. I saw the bip. Oh, I can get on the sofa. Oh, nice. No jumps remaining player tiers. I don't know what that says. Whoa. Whoa! Color red. Leverage holistic value 1 to 2. Sequential mine. Win-win. More TPS, better TPS. Paragram shift. Brick and mortar. Something. No way. These were the Stanley Parable ideas. Thanks for attending my meeting. New mug? They're back. 2 doors. Nice. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old busted. Is that a dinosaur? No, it's a bird. Is that supposed to be like 2022 or is
Now,
that
to be
just...
clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
I like these twos. There's something behind that door. I can hear it. I saw the investor showcase. Yo, that's a sick mug. What? Crab, the ultimate sequel. Dark Souls 2. Sequels are good. You're not wrong. Don't talk to me before I've had my sequel. The Stanley Parable is a sequel to Stanley Parable 2 is a sequel to Stanley Parable is a sequel to... Nice, I like that. I wonder what it can mean. Every pause button is a Roman numeral 2. You're not wrong. You are the sequel. Shockers. I bet that's the Wikipedia page for sequels. Or the number 2, who knows? Valued investors, this way to the show floor. It's not me. I'm not valuable. I'm not gonna invest. 1 plus 1 is 2, minus 1 is 1, plus 1 is 2. Keep on trucking. Whoa. Whoa. This is where the studio audience goes, ah. Well, it buzzes. It's a lot of power. They won't give rides to ice cream fries, or soda pops? Still give a ride to a baby? Only if it's sad, though. Wait a second. That should be a 2. Oh, it says Expo Hall. Okay. I was like, Exaplural? What the Yo.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Whoa. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Yo.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Everyone's got one. Oh, the button.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself...
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I
Oh.
wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button.
Oh.
Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I mean, didn't Jim die? I'm not really Jim. I'm not dead, but
Jim.
Yes, you see? What a thrill! That was you! The button described you. Do it again.
oh, now you want me to press it a lot, huh?
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
What am I supposed to? Oh, he opened the doors again. Did this door open? No.
Jim.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
I tried. This is a weird place.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable too. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Whoa. 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 The button that says to player, the jump circle, infinity hole. Bucket. A lot of stuff here. I think we're gonna have to get to this stuff later, because I am hungry. But for now, we'll look at this bush. I think that's been good enough. I'll see you in the next one. Bop 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 bop. Bop 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 bop.